All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is February 4th, 2025, and we got earnings. We're going to get a little bit of data, but once again, we are waking up to some trade-related drama. Now, today, it's not as bad. We talked about it last night on the watch list with China, and if you don't know the story of what happened, essentially, as everybody was getting worried about Canada and Mexico, Trump also did something on China. And now there wasn't an agreement yesterday, so we automatically enacted tariffs on China. And as a response, this morning, they hit us back with tariffs. Now, I hope you noticed something. The market doesn't care right now. That's the funny part. The bonds are down. You're not getting the same reaction of the weekend. There was both good and bad. They announced a bunch of probes on Google as well as Intel. And again, some people saw this as a positive sign. But the fact of the matter is we are going to hear a lot about China today. You're going to hear back and forth. The reaction's a little subdued for now. We do got the data. And then Trump is going to be talking on a couple of other topics here today. So we got our work cut out, but like we said, a little bit of red light, green light. So we'll see where it takes us, but definitely China, then JOLTS jobs data. That'll probably be the main theme here of the morning. So I hope you guys are ready. We got the news and everything, and it's Tuesday. And good morning. How you feeling, Mark? What up, Todd? Rico, Dos Nacho, Ansel, Zoraz, baby. Good morning. What up, El Trapato? Winning, Loser, Yonan, Uncle Terry, baby. PNC ready to go. Ansel, Yair, Devin, Godfather, Amir, Tyree, baby. Good morning. What up, Rajan? What up, Marco? How you doing, Jennifer? Good morning, Colin. Good morning, Noah. Robbie, there's the chat. Look at you guys. Brrrah. Braille Todd Crows, baby. Carissa Hines. Ports, Andrew, Jamal, Awaz, Senor Thebe. Good morning, baby. What up, Mr. Hall? What up, Kurt McGurr? How you doing, Samuel? Ryan Mullen. On it, Lord. Jay Escos, baby. I see you, man. Jay Escos holding it down, baby. What up? Golden Wax. NRG, baby. What's going on? Are you guys ready? It's only Tuesday. It's bright and early. What about the Twitch? Rujik. The market are blowing, though. Iron Beagle. Dial. What did I just say? I have no idea what I just... Piggy. Stock. Slizzin. Epic Eric. Roach. Vince. And Robo Hand Tech, baby. Good morning. What's his name's like? Dial Boo. Is it Dial Booty? It's a real name or he's getting me to say something. Dial Boo Dial. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. He has to explain it. I'm waiting. Maybe he's like, screw this guy. He just unsubscribed and everything. That's it. He's like, man, it's too early to deal with this. It's afternoon? Oh, wow. Well, good afternoon. All right. Well, here is the news, my friends. Good morning. Josh AI. U.S. stock futures waiver on trade war worries.
Why is he so quiet?
Stocks struggled for traction as traders worried about the economic implications of tariffs while parsing the latest batch of earnings. The dollar weakened and bond yields rose. S&P 500 futures and European equities were little changed after China's restrained response to U.S. tariffs and a last-minute reprieve for Canada and Mexico. The dollar index slid 0.2% as some traders flagged relief that the worst-case scenarios seemed to be avoided. A mixed bag of corporate results, meanwhile, did little to give the market direction. Palantir Technologies Inc.'s shares soared as much as 20% in U.S. pre-market trading after the software company gave a forecast that is stronger than expected, citing demand for its AI products. But Merck and Company Inc., PepsiCo Inc., and Estee Lauder caused decline on disappointing outlooks. When the tariff issue is not going away as fast as one could have hoped for, said Andrea Tweeney, head of sales trading at Saxo Bank France SAS. Sure, earnings are providing some oxygen, but there's a bigger game at play here. We're only at the beginning of a long process, so my advice is to proceed cautiously. Traders are also awaiting results Tuesday from Google parent Alphabet Inc., as well as data on U.S. factory and durable goods orders. Europe's stock 600 benchmark fluctuated. UBS Group AG shares dropped as concern over a potential increase in capital requirements outweighed better than expected results. Vodafone Group PLC fell after the the communications firm noted worsening conditions in Germany. BNP Paribas rose on a surge in trading revenue, while Infineon Technologies AG jumped after the chipmaker forecast revenue that beat analyst estimates. In commodities, crude oil declined on the worsening demand outlook. Gold hovered near a record high. China hits back against Trump's tariffs with targeted actions. China retaliated to Donald Trump's opening trade war tariffs by targeting a handful of American companies and slapping levies on some U.S. goods in a move seemingly designed to avoid escalating tensions between the world's biggest economies. Beijing imposed a 15% levy on less than $5 billion of U.S. energy imports and a moderate 10% fee on American oil and agricultural equipment on Tuesday, moments after new U.S. tariffs entered effect. China said it will also investigate Google for alleged antitrust violations, although Alphabet Inc.'s search services have been unavailable in the country since 2010. In more targeted measures, authorities put Calvin Klein owner PVH Corp and U.S. gene sequencing company Illumina Inc. on a so-called blacklist of entities that could affect their sizable operations in China and impose new export control on tungsten and other critical metals used in electronic, aviation, and defense industries. Palantir surges over 23% on outlook fueled by untamed AI demand. Palantir Technologies Inc. shares jumped after the company gave a full-year revenue forecast that exceeded analyst estimates, thanks to what Chief Executive Officer Alex Karp described as untamed organic growth in demand for its artificial intelligence software, best known for its national security work and more recently its AI platform. Palantir stock surged 340% in 2024. The company rode a wave of investor excitement for AI, and more commercial and government customers started using Palantir's data analysis software. Oil erases 2025 gain as U.S. and China lock horns in trade dispute. Oil wiped out all of its gains so far this year as a U.S.-China trade war kicked off, endangering global growth in energy demand. West Texas Intermediate retreated below $72 a barrel after China's retaliatory measures were announced, sending futures roughly back to where they were at the end of 2024 after a strong start to the year. China will place levies on a range of U.S. goods, including crude oil and liquefied natural gas, in response to Washington's unilateral imposition of tariffs, the country's finance ministry said. The U.S. shipped about 250,000 barrels a day of crude to China on average last year, a relatively small volume, but an escalation of trade disputes between the world's two largest economies could have a broader impact and hurt global consumption. Top overnight news: China on Tuesday imposed targeted tariffs on American imports and put several U.S. companies, including Google, on notice for possible sanctions in a measured response to the sweeping duties on Chinese imports imposed by President Donald Trump. Beijing's limited counter to Trump's imposition of a 10% tariff on all Chinese imports underscored the attempt by Chinese policymakers to engage Trump in talks that could avert an outright trade war between the world's two largest economies. RTRS Fed's Goolsbee voter said uncertainties likely mean that the Fed needs to be a little more careful and prudent on cutting rates, while he added there are risks that inflation could tick back up, and if fiscal choices affect prices or employment, they have to think it through. Goolsbee also said there are concerns about inflation and the Fed might have to slow the pace of rate cuts amid uncertainty. El Salvador offered to accept U.S. criminal deportees of any nationality for a fee. Bukele also offered to house in his jails criminals, including those with U.S. citizenship or legal residency. Marco Rubio praised the offer as unprecedented without saying whether the Trump administration would accept it or whether it would even be legal in the case of U.S. citizens. U.S. President Trump's nominee, Chris Wright, was confirmed by the Senate as Energy Secretary through 59-38 votes. Narendra Modi has been invited to the White House for a meeting next week. The Indian PM has been swiftly making concessions to appease Trump and avoid a trade war. BBG Singapore's top diplomat said he doesn't expect the nation to be a target for U.S. tariffs. Thailand may increase imports of American goods to cut its trade gap. BBG. European leaders bracing for a fight with President Trump over the world's most valuable trading relationship said they are ready to strike back but prefer cooperation. The EU has for months been preparing potential responses to Trump tariffs. WSJ. France's budget deficit narrowed by 17 billion euros in 2024 from the year earlier, providing the government with some relief as it clings to power after recent battles over public finances. BBG, the Fed's Austin Goolsbee, said the central bank should be cautious in lowering rates due to mounting uncertainty introduced by Trump, echoing calls from two of his colleagues yesterday. BBG. UBS shares dropped as concern about a potentially substantial requirements outweighed a $3 billion buyback and strong earnings beat. Pre-tax profit at the investment bank was about 7 times estimates. BBG. Crypto is emerging as a key tariff pain trade, offering a risk sentiment proxy anytime Trump speaks, even if stock markets are closed, as happened over the weekend. Ether shed more than a quarter of its value yesterday before staging a near full recovery. BBG. Yeah, and Donald Trump's son on that. Did you hear the El Salvador thing? That's crazy. They want to say he's going to get our prisoners? No, bro, what? So, yeah, good morning. We got a little bit more. S&P futures. Oh, what up, Mr. Hanlon? S&P futures, they are by 0.1 Tuesday morning, comes after near the best pre-market levels, comes after U.S. equities finished lower on Monday with tech and industrials and discretionaries all down over 1%, while defensives like consumer staples and healthcare outperformed, along with energy. Treasuries weaker with the curve steepening after the bearish flattening move on Monday. Dollar better versus yen and euro. Gold is off by 0.3, Bitcoin down by 2.2, and WTI is off by 2.2 as well. Defense tilt continues with tariff headline volatility. While Canada followed Mexico in securing a delay, China responded with an additional 10% levy imposed by Trump by unveiling a number of retaliatory measures. Also, some discussion in the press about how Europe is expected to come out of the crosshairs next. Lots of sell-side research in recent days about stagflation, implications from tariffs, along with the headwind from tighter financial conditions and overhang of corporate sentiment. Pretty quiet elsewhere. AI tailwind in focus with strong results and guidance from Palantir. Jolts in job openings and factory orders on the calendar today. Fed speak includes Bostic, Dolly, and Jefferson. ISM services and private payrolls on Wednesday, along with Treasury refunding. Claims and productivity on Thursday. Non-farms and Michigan consumer sentiment on Friday. Palantir had a big beat with raise and takeaway focused on U.S. government momentum. MRK, Keytruda better, but Gardasil weak on lower China demand. Pepsi revenue and guidance light. Pfizer results helped by non-COVID products. Spotify net ads were solid across all geographies. PayPal beat on most key metrics and authorized $15 billion buyback, but some focus on slowing Braintree growth. Regen initiated quarterly dividend and upside buyback. NXPI Q4 in line while Q1 guide was not as bad as feared. CLX beat and raise ladder by driven and sell-off ahead of ERP transition and category growth still soft. ACM fiscal Q1 largely in line, but did raise low end of full-year guide outside of earnings. CRM reportedly cutting 1,000 jobs, but also boosting AI hiring. Illumina and PVH added to China's unreliable entities list. Sina CEO leaving to take up top job at Light. Wow. China announces retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports, launches probe into Google and Intel. Trump pauses tariffs on Canada and Mexico after calls with leaders. Trump eyes call with China. Xi threatens to substantially increase tariffs over fentanyl. Trump's trade ire likely to soon shift towards Europe. U.S. tariffs push China exporters to step up offshoring to beat them. Trump's latest back down from tariff threat, highlighting role as negotiating leverage. Made in USA companies fretting over impact of tariffs on their access to parts and raw materials. Tariffs in Canada and Mexico threaten to fuel U.S. food inflation. Global auto industry facing anxious wait and see how Trump tariff plays out. Transatlantic trade war hurt both sides. European leaders warn. EU considers tougher China stance to appease Trump's trade war threats. I think all of these headlines are bullshit. I'm just reading them to you. San Francisco Fed Dolly says central bank needs to assess the scope, magnitude, and timing of Trump policies. Atlanta Fed Bostic says it will all be a while before next rate cut. Chicago Goolsby backs cautious stance on rate cuts amid upside inflation risk. Bank of Japan Governor Ueda says aiming for sustained 2% inflation based on measured by overall CPI. Markets pricing in more Bank of Canada rate cuts this year amid trade-related economic headwinds. Investors seek answers for Novo Nordic over next-gen obesity drug. Palantir expects windfall from Musk U.S. government cost-cutting. NXPI semiconductor revenue guidance underwhelms. UBS beat profit expectations and boost buyback plans to $3 billion. Spirit maker Diageo scraps growth guidance, dimming macro and geopolitical outlook following Trump tariff. U.S. Treasury expects to borrow $815 billion in quarter one, a bit below October estimate. UK economic slowdown could erase Chancellor Reeves' fiscal headroom. Trump issues executive order to create U.S. sovereign wealth fund that could potentially buy TikTok. House GOP divided over how much government spending they should cut. Treasury Besant sued over giving Musk's Doge access. Union group allege unlawful ongoing. Y'all sued Besant already? That's insane. Besant now acting ahead of the CFPB, signaling less aggressive enforcement approach. Trump weighs order dismantling education department, though eliminating it outright requires congressional approval. Trump says Musk won't have unfettered ability to dismantle government, but for now, their relationship is holding firm. EM stocks vulnerable to outflows from strong dollar. Morgan Stanley sees risk of 20% drop in Asia tech. China yuan fixing on Wednesday, generating interest in offshore currency. Trump wants U.S. access to Ukraine rare earth materials in return for military and economic assistance. Trump admin requests congressional approval of $1 billion arms sales to Israel. Leaders set to meet. And then following meeting, Rubio, El Salvador offers to house U.S. prisoners in its jails. Wow. Habibi, that's a lot, Habibi. Wow. My goodness. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, the way I look at it, I mean, obviously, I'm worried about tariffs at a later time, and I mean, we'll see the good and bad. But just like I could pull up every chart in the world over the past 5 to 10 years. The level of freakout we have for the lack of material evidence is actually insane. So, if you wanted more answers to why I thought those headlines are bullshit, I think the fear is a lot larger than the actual tariff impact for now. Maybe that changes in the future, and I don't think the fear helps, but definitely for now. I mean, again, I think the lumber prices, that's another great example. But we got some pre-market movers. Ba-da-bop-bop-bop. So Palantir, number one, 22% earnings guidance ahead. Spotify is up 8.5 off earnings. Grab 7.9, reportedly merging with GoTo. HSBC upgrade. SMCI is up 5. Schedules fiscal business update on February 11th. SOX A is up by 4.9. Earnings. IT 4. Race up 4 off earnings. CP up 3.5. Canada tariff delay. CLS up 3. Stifle resumes buy. MGA and MT up on Canada tariff delay. Jacob Solutions up 2 off earnings. CMI up 2.2 off earnings. Regen 2.1 off earnings. MPC earnings. VG up 1.1. Bernstein outperform. Robinhood up 1.5, offering event contracts for the Super Bowl. ING up 1.2, reportedly seeking acquisition in Europe. WTW is up by 1.1 off earnings. GM up 1.1 tariff delay. Marriott up 1.1 Evercore ISI upgrade. Google up 1.1 China investigation. Ford up on tariff delay. That's the log term. These are houses. You should see my Twitter post. It was a good one. Mobileye up on tariff delay. ATI is up 8 off earnings. AXTA up 5 off earnings. TEM up 4.7 completes Ambi Genetics acquisition. ETNB is up 4.3. Wolf Research initiates outperform. Siri is up by 3.2. Berkshire discloses buying additional shares. Light is up by 3.2. Q2 guidance ahead and new CEO appointed. Ash is up by 2.6. Insider buy. BBBR up 2.4 off earnings. CPIX up 19. Results phase 2 Duchenne muscular dystrophy. LITM up 17. MOU with Exodus Energy. IMNM up 13. Insider buy. Zena up 12. LOI to acquire Fifth Land and Survey. ZBio up 6.6. Wolf Research outperform. VCSA up 5. Non-binding proposal from Davidson Kempner. Chinese ADRs trading higher, trading lower. Merck down by 8 off earnings. PayPal down 7 off earnings. Estee Lauder 7 on earnings. Hub down 7.3 off earnings. VOD down 7.5 off earnings. UBS down 4.4 earnings. Dividend increase in buybacks. CNH down 4 off of earnings. AME down 4 off earnings. Lumina down 3.6. China adds to the PVH in Illumina on unreliable list. DraftKings down 2.9 off Hood offering Super Bowl contracts. Flutter down on the same news. BFB down 1.6. DEO Sympathy. APO down 0.6 off earnings. ATKR down 13 off earnings. PVH added to China list down 10. NSCC down 3.8 earnings follow through. And then TBBBB down 2 off common stock offering. Yeah, I'm not the Intel CEO. That's why they got clapped. That's why they got. But then again, I mean, do you want my tinfoil in the morning? I'm biased as fuck, though. Like, I want to be the CEO, like, you know? So this is shitty tinfoil. This is so biased. At least I know it. Shit, man. Like, I at least know when the plank is in my eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they feel me, bro. Because this is mad bullish. Why is China targeting Intel? What do you mean? Nobody in America cares about Intel. I am literally the only person in America who cares about Intel. Why would they investigate them? Even what chip war? You get what I'm saying? I think it's a snitch. But then again, I own a lot of shares and I'm biased and I want to be the CEO. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's the weird part. I was like, why the fuck is Intel on the list? Like, why are you mentioning Intel at all? I do want to buy them. I want to be the CEO above all else. But either way, Chattadonia, great morning. We've gone through all the headlines. I do have a couple of plays. K-Web, Baba, Palantir. We already made some of those except for Palant. AMD, Snap, CMG, Uber. Those are the earnings. I put on the watch list about, I think, 12 different companies that I think can hit 2 standard deviations. So I put the names out. That could get you in the neighborhood. You got to do the rest. But I do think those could be interesting. Then watching some of the Siri with Warren Buffett and then Estee Lauder and any of these China post-earnings plays that we have. So, Chattadonia, we got a little bit of time. We'll go over the plays once we let everybody in. But y'all know what time it is, right? You know how we get down here, baby. And for real, I mean, this has been an honor. And I hope y'all, I don't know, I hope y'all live this even more. And I think some of y'all are vibing on the same way I am. And it's very important to me. And I know we have a lot of people in here, but every day we shout out the veterans. And why? Above all else, man, I don't know. I think I'm going to start being annoying because I really think it's possible to prevent homeless, like veterans that are homeless. It's literally $6 billion for 4 years. So until I get somebody's attention, I think I'm going to say this every single day. And I think it should be something we do in America, but at the very least, man, with or without the government or anybody, I just think we should honor our veterans. And veterans, if you guys are here right now, thank you for your service. Even if you're not here, I love and appreciate you all. And just everybody in here, I hope you can respect it and realize, man, I'm not here to act, even if I believe in certain things with war. The fact that we have brothers and sisters in this nation who have made such a sacrifice and they did it for the right reasons. It was people telling them what to do above all else, man. And it's just like, we have to honor that. And y'all deserve the love and respect. I even put it on my Twitter yesterday. I'm talking about getting a house in the long term and all of these things, man. If you're a veteran, please take advantage of it. And I really want you guys to get that, get a crib. I hate to be like, yo, you deserve this or not, but my veterans, I don't know. You got a place in my heart. Y'all deserve the world. You have already given up so much for our freedom. And at the very least, I hope you know you are loved and appreciated. And I hope all of us together can honor you and your family. So, veterans, thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless every single one of you. And big shout out to anybody else out there giving back to their local communities. All the doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage man, anybody making their community run. And even if you ain't a part of it, bro, do you honor it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because I'm not a teacher, I'm not a veteran, but I know at the very least they deserve the honor. What about you, bro? I'm just saying, man. So, veterans, I love you all, and God bless you. And ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of the Jets! Oh, it's game time, baby. Oh, Arna, let's go. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Do you feel it? It's Tuesday. Every day is insane. Do you feel, are you awake? Good morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Pfizer call starts at 9:30. Uh-oh, hot dog. Hot dog. Oh, get ready. There's more. I even got a good philo for you today. I'm excited. I hope you're pumped. Wake up, man. Even then, no matter what happens, I'm just saying every day. I hope they feel me. Well, on that note, are you guys ready for some musical chairs? Yeah, let's play some musical chairs. We got a little bit of time. We got the pledge. We'll get everybody in here for some plays. And then, yeah, we'll be ready to go. So that's your link. I will see you there. And, yeah, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. All right, hopefully this works smooth. And then Twitch, you guys could hang out with me for a little bit. All right, I love you, YouTube. I'll see you there.